It's Sunday, so one of the things I do on Sunday is food prep. I've got to prep all these veggies. These are all things I bought on Markdown, but I got to do something with them. I don't do meal prep. I just do food prep. So, like the celery, I'll cut it up, so wash it, do all that, so it's ready to eat. Beets, I'll get whatever needs done to them. Sometimes with things like broccoli that I'm cooking, I will cook it and just put it there to take in my lunch. I'll usually cook a couple kinds of meat too, like chicken or steak or whatever, and throw it in there to be reheated for my lunch. I mainly bring for lunch meat and vegetables. I've got actually a pretty limited diet. I don't stick to it when I go out to eat because I'm not one of those people that's going to give a list of 5,000 modifications that need to be done for the food. But at home, I try to stick to it. So at home, it's mostly like fruits and vegetables and meat. And that's it. But so I just got to get all this stuff done. I am pretty much done prepping the veggie part of what I got to do. So this is, I didn't really cook any of it. There's beets cooking, but that's the only thing I cooked in advance. So this is peppers and onion. That it saves me time to do it in advance, but I'll like throw it in my eggs in the morning or whatever. So these, I need to cook a bunch of them today. They got a little bit frozen in my fridge, so those ones are on top that I got to cook today. These are just carrots. I take them to work like that. These are just sliced pepper and onion. The peppers I take to work sometimes and just eat them plain, but I put them in there because I think I'm actually going to make stir fry later today. This is cucumbers, same thing as the carrots. I just take them to work that way. This is celery. I don't know why that one looks sturdy. It is not. Take it to work the same way. That is broccoli and cauliflower. And normally I would cook that in advance, but I'm not going to because I'm either going to use it for stir fry or I'm going to make broccoli cauliflower cheese soup. This is not in a container to put away because I need to cook it. It's Chinese eggplant, some oyster mushrooms, and some king trumpet mushrooms. And so I need to cook them today, and that's why I think I might make stir fry, because I might throw that in there. I have to run to Lakeside, go run some errands, drop some stuff off to Lena, and then I will be back to finish the rest of the prep stuff. Okay, I decided not to go to Lakeside and run errands. I can do that tomorrow because I forgot my tire needs aired up, and there isn't somewhere to air it up in Lakeside, and I don't want to mess with it today. So I am getting in my book of all my stuff. So this is like the cookout section. So I am in charge of food for an upcoming funeral, and he wants to have a taco bar. So I have a section on taco bar. I have my list. I'm gonna probably, most of the stuff that isn't fresh, I'll probably go get that all tomorrow. And then the funeral is in right about a week. It's Sunday today, and the funeral's Saturday. And then I'll probably go out Friday morning and get all the stuff that needs to be done that day. And I'll probably just leave work early so I can do it because there'll be a lot to do. So I'm going to work on this. I got my list. Got to make a list of what I need from storage, and then I'm going to work on some more stuff I have to do today. So I made stir fry, and I was actually waiting for that chicken to thaw, but then I remembered I had already thawed tofu, so it's tofu stir fry. It's got like just a mix of every vegetable I had that needed cooked. And this I made, it's just taco seasoned ground turkey with some peppers, onions, garlic. I like to have it in the fridge because a lot of food makes me really sick, and for some reason this doesn't usually. So if I just am feeling really, really sick and I need something to eat, I'll eat this on like a baked potato. And then I am done with the meal prepping, or the food prepping. I don't really prep meals. I'll prep one thing like I did that. But so it's pretty much all the vegetables. Those are some hard-boiled eggs, because when I leave in a hurry, if I don't have time to eat like a scrambled egg or something and I'm hungry, I will eat one of those. I don't always eat breakfast. And then this is the steak that I cooked, and the hot dogs or the sausages or whatever. And then we are good to go. Time to move on to the next thing. So I am done working for the day. It's about almost 4 o'clock, and so I am sending out all my August cards. So last Christmas I decided to send Christmas cards to everybody I knew, so I sent out like I think 150-ish cards, but then I decided to, through the year, send at least a card for everybody's birthday that I know. So I do just before the end of the month, I'll get all the cards ready for the next month. So far, I have done it. Everybody I have an address and birthday for, I have done it. And so far, Uncle gave us tickets to the Jelly Roll Post Malone concert that's in Missoula tonight. So we're about an hour, 45 minutes from Missoula. So I'm now trying to, I went to storage, got everything I needed for prepping the food for the funeral, but I have not went and bought it yet. Going to Missoula later today. I have stuff I have to do, so I'm going to Missoula later today. It was too late to get any kind of hotel. Oh, there's a piece of hair in my, I feel it, but I don't know where it is. Okay, so it was too late to get any kind of hotel in Missoula. Like, every hotel is booked. There's literally not a single hotel room in that city. We looked. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take my mom's van. She has a minivan. I'm gonna take her van, put the seats down. We're gonna sleep in the back at a truck stop tonight, but I get up super early. So I am going to, as soon as I wake up, we're gonna head back to where we live, because one of the cats has an appointment at the vet, and two, I have to be to work. We made it here. We were boiling. It was a whole lot of issues getting here, but we survived, and we were waiting for it to start.
Like we pray before every show, and I realized, instead of talking about myself, I need to start this show by talking about the reason I'm on this stage. And I'm on this stage because God gave me a second chance in life, y'all. Is that my father was an alcoholic. I am an alcoholic who is celebrating his sobriety, much like this lady celebrating 3,613 days of her sobriety. From the streets to the throne, baby. God bless you, girl. But I know where to start. Tell me I'm too young to understand. All the people who ain't ever felt at home, just spinning on a rock and getting slow. Yeah, this one's for losers. Not around. You know I never been you, let you down. What did I do? What did I do? You know
I've been on an adventure for the last 24 hours. So we went to the Jelly Roll concert. We got out of town late, so got to Missoula late. So we didn't know we were going to have these tickets until the evening before the concert. So there were no hotel rooms, which we had found that out before. So we were just going to stay in the van. Well, there also, when we got there, realized there was no paid parking left, because you needed to book that before the day of the event. There were no Ubers, Lyfts, no ride shares of any kind available until after the concert had already started. There were the buses. By the point we realized there was nothing there, because, you know, we got there later than we planned. And by the point we realized there was nothing there for rides, we're like, Missoula has a really good bus system. It's free, you know, whatever, we'll take a bus. But then we realized no, because even with a few stops, we would not get there in time. So I called, my cousin, and her and her husband picked us up. She lives in Missoula. Her and her husband picked us up, dropped us off there. They dropped us off a couple blocks from the stadium, because it was so packed at that point. Because at this point, it was about a half an hour till showtime started. So we walked the 2 blocks, went there. The concert was awesome. I've never seen Lena so happy in her life. And we had parked at Walmart because we didn't know where else we could park that we weren't going to get towed. So anyway, I was messaging my friend when we first got there, and she said she gets off at 11. So I was like, oh, so she was going to give us a ride. So we left about 5-10 minutes early is all, and met her, and she dropped us off. And so I was worried, because I'm not a night person. So at about 5 o'clock, I took a 5-hour energy, one of the shots. So I don't drink that much caffeine. I've never had an energy drink in my life, like Red Bull, Monster, anything like that. One time before, I did have a 5-hour energy, and I do remember I was bouncing off the wall for hours and hours and hours. But I was like, it's fine, because we're going to a concert, so it's fine if I'm bouncing off the walls. It'll wear off. So, my friend was like, well, you can stay at my house. And I said, no, we're gonna sleep in the car, because I get up super early, and then we'll just head, because I have to be back here by like 8 o'clock in the morning to take the cat to the vet. And so oh my God, so we get there, we're gonna sleep. We went to the Loves. We left Walmart and we went to the Loves, and we were gonna sleep. And Shalana fell asleep right away. I literally laid down And when I tell you, I was vibrating and I could feel the blood flowing through my veins. And I was like, okay, well, I would be fine to drive right now. But I was like, no, it's fine because it'll wear off and then, and then I'll fall asleep. So I, for an hour, tried to sleep and was just like coming out of my skin. I was just like, okay. So finally, after an hour, I decided, okay, I'm just gonna drive home. So I got home at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then it wore off about 20 minutes before I got home, because then I was getting super, super tired, but I'm like, I can make it. I only got 20 minutes left. So get home. Shalana stayed in her camper. We didn't want to wake up everybody at her house over there. And I just slept in the van, even though I was home, because my mom was at my house sleeping, and I didn't want to wake her up at like 3 in the morning. But when I laid down in the van, like, I was knocked out. So I slept for a couple hours, got up, and I'm like, I need to shower before I can even function. Walked in the house, showered, got the cat and everything. I'm actually waiting at the vet for her right now. Just picked up Mama from the vet. She was shaved. It looks ridiculous every time we do it. I don't know why anyone would do it for aesthetic reasons, but we do it for health and happiness reasons. There's a long story by why we have to shave her every couple months. Maybe I'll share that later. I'm working on the food for after this funeral, and it has me stressed out. So they said they're expecting 250 people. This is just black beans. But I don't know how they came up with the number 250. And I have a very specific formula for figuring out how many people are going to be at a thing. And since I don't know what they're basing their 250 on, I don't know if they're guessing 250 because it was a very young person who died in a very tragic way, and they're expecting people to just flood in there, or if they've actually heard from that many people. They weren't quite clear on that. So I'm stressed about how much food 250 people need, because one, I don't want to spend a ton of money on 250 people if 50 show up, but I also don't want food for 50 if 250 show up. I think the biggest cookout I've had was maybe like 70 people, but all 70 weren't there at one time, right? People kind of filtered in and out. So a little unclear on the amounts I need. So we're working on it. But right now I'm doing the black beans. I got to get them ready. I have more than this. I just started. And I don't know, it's already 8 o'clock. I'm probably not doing the Mexican street corn salad tonight. I'll probably do it tomorrow. My mom is helping getting everything ready. I don't think I could ever do a cookout without her. She has helped me with pretty much every cookout or food get together that I've had. We are in the final stretch of the prepping the food for this funeral. We've just got crap piled everywhere. My mom just went to run Lena some Monsters. She wanted Monster. I've got stuff in there going on. It's obviously, this isn't all of it, but so this is the bottom shelf is going to be all the toppings we prepped. This is like black beans, refried beans, Mexican street corn. There's more than what's just in here. And it is so freaking hot in this house. I've got supplies all over coolers. But it is so hot. It says it's 61 degrees on the air conditioner. It feels like it is 100 degrees in here. I have, in the last 10 minutes, guzzled 3 bottles of water. I am dying. Apparently, cooking a bunch in this house, it does not work very well. It is so hot. We finished everything. It was a success, and now I'm going to finish out this vlog so I can get it uploaded. Have a good week, everyone.